Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to contribute to this motion. From the onset, I want to support the motion by Honorable Kerry and thank him for donating some time for me. And as I support this motion, this morning I was driving along the Mombasa Road, and when I looked at the way as the expressway has been done, it's a beautiful project, and we thank the government for having conceived that idea. But when you look at the nakedness that has resulted from demolishing the trees that used to be along Uhuru Highway, Mombasa Road, you really feel it. And if you go to Europe and in other developed countries, almost all the streets are usually having trees planted on the road reserve. If you're going to Kitui from Kwavonza, you will find the beauty as you enter Kitui, a project that was carried out by Kefri. And so I agree with the Honorable Kiarie that indeed, even as we plant trees for environmental purposes, we are also going to beautify our cities and our roads. So I want to really support and say that Honorable Kiarie should actually graduate this motion into a bill and make it an act of parliament, and so that it can be enforced to ensure that all new roads, like if you look at the new roads that have been built in Nairobi, the bypasses, none of them have got trees planted on the road reserve. So I think I ask Honorable Kiarie to escalate this to an bill, and eventually it becomes an act of parliament. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise also to support this motion by Honorable KJ, because, Mr. Speaker, as a way of maintaining our environment, tree planting is very, very key. Mr. Speaker, this tree planting along the roads is not only beautification. It does not only help in beautification, but also it helps in improving environment conservation, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this will go a long way in the rallying call raised by our president that we need to plant 5 billion trees, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, measures should be put in place to ensure that any other development along the road does not come to interfere with trees that we plant. Mr. Speaker, when you look at Nairobi city today, Nairobi is very beautiful because of past leadership. The mayor for Nairobi those days decided to put the plant trees along the roads within the city, and that is why we have a beautiful city in this region, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to congratulate KJ, because when you look at many cities in our county, many towns in our country, Mr. Speaker, the buildings are good, but the surrounding environment does not look pleasant, Mr. Speaker. So I support this motion so that going forward, we have a beautiful country surrounded by trees, and that will make our environment good. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and we will support this thing going forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.